With me on set now is April Flagg. She's the executive director of Aroostook Aspirations. We discussed SATs last week, since April is SAT month. Today we're going to focus a bit more on preparation for these exams. But first, let's get a quick recap of what the SAT exam is.
So the SAT stands for a Scholastic Aptitude Test. It's a test that's commonly given to juniors in Maine. Most colleges look at the SATs for admittance, they look for them in placement situations, and they can also qualify you for merit scholarships.
Now, the SAT has 3 sections, math, reading, and writing, but let's take a look at the SAT exam as a whole and why it's important.
That's a good idea. The SAT as a whole is incredibly important. A lot of students think that preparing for the SAT means a pencil and a paper and some books, and that's true. However, preparing for the SAT is so much more than that. You have to be physically ready for this exam.
And how do you start with that?
So one of the things that I've done over the last 15 years is study things like news and scholastic articles about how to prepare for tests like the SAT. Both the Sleep Foundation, Medical News Today, and the Brigham Young University all talk about the importance of rest, especially for an adolescent who's getting ready to take a big exam. About 7 to 9 hours is really critical. So you need to think about making sure that your body is resting as much as you can. And a lot of teenagers, go to bed at 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock in the morning. Studies actually show that going to bed earlier is better for your brain.
And this is, I take it, not just one day. You got to kind of build the routine.
Yeah, a lot of teenagers also think that, if I just sleep good 2 or 3 nights before, it'll be okay. No, you got to think of your brain like a computer. Whenever you use your brain over and over, just like when you use a computer, the computer has to have time to recharge, and so does your mind.
So what's a critical component of preparation for an SAT besides rest?
So nutrition would be the other thing. Now, teenagers are going to laugh at this because people have been telling them this their whole lives, but to eat well is really an important thing. Learning about nutrition and how that affects your body is vital. Brigham University just did a study just a little bit ago about nutrition and academic performance. They found that students who were concerned about what they took in did very well when they did things like tests and SATs.
That's preparation in a nutshell, kind of. Now, what about test day?
All right, so test day is one of the most critical days that a student's going to have. The first thing I will say to students is do not eat anything heavy. A lot of students think a big breakfast is the way to go. Not really. It's good to eat something that's light, eggs, yogurt, a protein bar is good. And on the day of the test, make sure you bring something with you to eat as well. A lot of schools will provide snacks by eating nuts if you can, any kind of a protein bar. Those are all really positive things to put into your body.
Oh, definitely. I can't imagine, and I've been there before, sitting there taking a test and you're starving. All you can think about is food. Can't really focus on the exam itself. Now, of course, for additional information and to leave you questions, people can go to govanfund.org. There's actually a PDF.
There's a really great PDF. One of the best articles that I read compared the SAT to a marathon. It's a really wonderful comparison. So if you go to www.govanfund.org, click on This Week on WAGM, a PDF will pop right up for you.
And of course, if you want to ask April Flagg questions or myself that you want to have presented right here on this segment, you can email April at info@govanfund.org. And you can email me as well, and I can present the questions to April.
That's right.
My email is BELDIN.
And next week is it's a writing week. We're going to talk about the writing section of the exam.
All right, you got it. Thanks, April.
Thank you.
We'll be right back after this.
From Northern Maine